You have the Chronic's Rabbit Hole, and Ellendale, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request. You are bringing ELUVEITIE down the rabbit hole. It has been 3 months since we've seen them come down the rabbit hole, and I am super excited because today we're going to be listening to Awen, the official music video.
And this looks like it's something new, so we probably have a lot more songs from ELUVEITIE that we have not checked out, so we're very excited to check out Awen. We love this band, so thank you so much, Ellendale and Chronicles, for being here. Let's go have some fun. Ellendale, we hope you're doing so well, and Chronicles, thank you so much for being here. We have an awesome write-up to let us know what we're about to get into, so let's get into it. Dear Kyle and Alana, or should we say, Mr. and Mrs.
Percival. I like saying it like that.
You sure do. Of course, you've already reacted to many ELUVEITIE songs on the channel, including the obliterating single Premonition, taken from their eagerly anticipated new album, Awen. Okay, I would have said Amv, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
That is finally out now. There you go, that is great. Of course, I'd first like to tell all people to buy this wonderful album and to stream it on your favorite streaming platforms. I just want to take this magical opportunity to celebrate the release of Awen together with you now, especially because ELUVEITIE was one of the 3 most important bands in my heart and have truly been a spiritual center and green illumination to my mind ever since I can remember. Top 3. That's impressive.
Very impressive.
So far, you two haven't known how life-changing and enlightening Kriegel's lyrics full of ancient wisdom and spiritual awareness have been to me. For decades, we did not know that.
We didn't.
But I'll gladly use this request to express my endless love for this outstanding band and the heartwarming people involved in it. Of course, we could talk about their brilliance for hours, about their perfect skills on countless instruments, and about the epic vocals of Fabi and Kriegel. We love their vocals too.
Love them.
But to me, it's really a matter of the heart to point out their blazing passion for art and how art is supposed to change the world. Exactly this socio-critical stance, calling out a world order that is preaching the distance from the nature instead of embracing Mother Nature, is a core element of Awen and also of the celestial beautiful single Awen, pronounced as Awen. Thank you so much. As we all know, I should have known that, ELUVEITIE consider themselves pagan and are deeply rooted in Celtic mythology. Definitely can tell that, which are also journeys I've been taking in my life for a long time. And I'm sure there are not many pagans who can remain silent while watching the majority of people walking away from nature in ignorance and consumerism.
Yeah.
Of course, this is also a systemic problem, and the aforementioned order has to be changed and restored in order to ensure that the planet isn't harmed by mankind anymore, and that we live in harmony with the green basis of our very existence. And ELUVEITIE merged these matters of contemplation with the spiritual concept of a tribute to the mother goddess Anu. Here's how ELUVEITIE described the profound meaning of Awen. Lyrically, it time travels. Some fairly bold lines off the several thousand-year-old mythological text Anu is based on into the modern age and makes them speak directly to us in our modern civilizations.
Very cool.
I think there's quite a lot of space for interpretation and analysis if you delve into the entrancing lyrics, which I will also attach to this request, and is not always easy to understand the verses in any sort of metal. The one fact that speaks to my soul directly, both in the song Awen and the entire discography of ELUVEITIE, is that these beautiful souls are not just making music to entertain, but making music to have an impact on people's minds without ever preaching from above. This is how they became one of my most important parts of my life. This is why they feel like kindred spirits to me. And now let's travel to Switzerland in our minds and listen to one of the most beautiful songs ever. Explanation of the word Awen. Awen is a divine creativity which can be cultivated to bring great things into being. The Awen is close in nature to the poet's muse, to drive to create. The drive to create. Lyrics of Awen. That is really cool. As the clanking footfalls echo from the mirthless concrete walls, down the parting road the end to unfold, marching relentlessly as if to break free, towards the yawning void, beyond the dawning light. For the end had come as time is gone. Behold the path foretold, when time has come for the end undone. Behold. Will I ever hear the Awen sing in a cosmos filled with reverence? Will I touch the soil and awe again and caress the whispering winds divine? Pray the vivid horizon we could see the promised aeon when slaughter became history and the children of Anu unite an Awen's cry. All gold in the scale pan, in the scheming of the damned, erasing gold's exiled, paradise defiled. For the end has come as time is gone. Behold the path foretold, when the time has come for the end undone. Behold, will I ever hear the Awen sing in a cosmos filled with reverence? Will I touch the soil in awe again and caress the whispering winds divine, the Awen's cry? Will I ever hear the Awen sing in a cosmos filled with reverence? Will I touch the soil in awe again and caress the whispering winds divine? Pray the vivid horizon, will we see the prisoned aeon when slaughtered become history in the children of Anu a night, the Awen's cry.
Wow.
Thank you so much for that, Elendil. Let's get into it now. Don't you love how so much metal is always about like being nice to the planet?
I do. That actually makes me very happy.
Let's enjoy this.
ELUVEITIE.
Ooh, hurdy-gurdy, I think. Ooh! Nice, I love this groove. Wow. Nice little pause on the music. Wow. So much references and symbols here.
It's gorgeous.
Oh! Triangle! What do you feel about like the whole breaking through this like
It's rebirth.
It's just the rebirth feeling. That's kind of what I was thinking. This rebirth our mind into wanting to take care of this planet again type of feel.
Yeah, it's becoming that new entity, that new creature that becomes one with the planet. So like in the same thing with paganism, just like even with Christianity, there is a form of a rebirth or baptism or a thing that you go through.
Right.
Even though it's not necessarily a baptism, there is that rebirth thing, and this is such a good representation of becoming that new entity.
It's going through that ritual, and there's more the symbolism of it too, right?
The symbolism of it,
yeah,
of becoming that new creature that then has different values than the old creature that you were before.
You got that right.
Right? So like if you were valuing consumerism before, you become this rebirth into being like, no, I'm here for the nature.
Absolutely, right? And we know like around the world when people have hope for their future, they actually start recycling and taking care of the world. So I think a lot of people possibly just don't have much hope right now because and maybe that's what the Mother Nature can help us get back to, is having good hope again.
Having hope again.
Yep. Catchy. Fabi's so good. Oh, dirty. Incredible.
In a cosmos filled with reverence, will I touch the soil in awe again and caress the whispering winds divine? Rain and vivid horizon, will we see the promise again? Ran slow and become history. Children of our new
Wow. Boom, down. Nice breakdown. Woo. What a cool figure that is.
It's a great design.
Yeah.
It is such a universally pagan.
Oh, of course it
I
is.
always wonder what entity that which god
That's
that
like
is
Pan itself right there.
Pan itself. That's
course.
what I thought.
Yeah.
There's such a familiarity to it, but then you also almost forget it at times,
Of course.
right? So
Yeah.
it's
Because everyone has their own little tale on this, but this is like Celtic mythology and all that too. So, but to bring it straight to the music itself, because as much as we can get into the what it does for you and all that, which is extremely important, what I wanted to focus on this was just how mesmerizing every single band member is on this Elevate,
Absolutely.
and that's what I think always after having 3 months away and then you come back to it, there's so many of these bands from Europe that are like in symphonic metal and all that thing can kind of start blending into each other, so you need to have a way to stand out, and Elevate really stands out, obviously with Fabi and I think Kreigel, his name was.
Kreigel.
Their combination together is incredible.
It is incredible. I love his voice, and then she's so ethereal in her singing that they complement just so beautifully.
Yeah, and that hurdy-gurdy or whatever it's called, that thing that they're using, isn't that the hurdy-gurdy?
I think that's what you were saying it was called.
But that thing really always stands out too, because it can give this musical undertone that even when the drums and the guitar and bass comes off, it was still going in the background there, and that was the kind of foundational piece of what I feel like Elvete really is. So it's nice when you have such a different instrument that you really are a trademark for, and that's why bands like Nightwish stand out for us when you get a Troy coming out with the Julian pipes and all that stuff. Everyone wants to see that stuff. So Elvete is one of these bands that when it comes back, it always is one of those trademarks that I'm always looking for.
It really brings the folk aspect to it.
Brings the full folk and the full Celtic mythology to life.
Yeah, because I know before even hearing Elvete, I was already listening to Heilung and different bands like that I've been into for a very long time. And then being introduced to Elvete was such a new experience for me because it brought the aspects that I love of Heilung with that folky kind of mythology, chanting, music, but it brings in the metal to it as well at such a different style. And we've heard Elvete songs that are a lot more shamanic, and we've heard Elvete songs that are also a lot more metal.
Absolutely,
right?
Great blend.
This one here is such a great blend into both sides of what Elvete can put forward for us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you keep talking. I was just trying to find the album name because that's out now.
Yeah,
And
it was
Anu.
Anu.
Right.
And I can't wait to hear more from this album because I think this is such a great piece. If you want to show someone Elvete and kind of show them both sides of what Elvete can do with one song, I think this is a great song to be able to do that with.
This album could be one of their best work, and we do not know because we don't know every song from them.
No,
So
we don't.
definitely, we love this. So thank you so much for this request, Ellendale and Chronicans. If you like what you saw on this, please hit the like button. Let us know in the comments below if you have this album yet, if it's a banger, if it's one of their best works, and hit the subscribe button if you want to become a Chronican on the way out if you have not yet, because we are now aging the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, Ellendale. This was such a treat. I can completely understand why Elvete is definitely in your top 3
Yeah.
because of how incredible this band is, how phenomenal the voices of both of these very talented singers are, and with the emotions that they're able to invoke through all of their music is just been, at least all of the music we've listened to has been absolutely fabulous. So thank you again for bringing them down the rabbit hole once again, and thank you, Chronicans, for being here. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care and bye for now.